And welcome to Southern Virginia University Knights Arena here in snowy Buena Vista, Virginia. We hope everybody listening in across the country is not quite as snowed in as we are. I'm Scotty Winterton here with Skylar Johnson, bringing you this contest between your Southern Virginia University women's basketball team and the Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels women's basketball team. Mary Baldwin making the trip about 45 minutes to an hour south on I-81. Join us for this conference game in the USA South Conference. Skylar, both teams were looking to have a successful year. The Squirrels come in ranked preseason number 4. The Knights come in, were ranked number 7. However, both teams are a little bit different paths with regard to conference play. The Knights are sitting at 7-0 in the conference. The Squirrels are at 2-3. Skylar, this game is an important game for both teams. Talk to me about what you feel is important in this game.
Yeah, you said it. This game is definitely important for both teams. This is the second meeting between these two great teams. And in the first meeting, the Knights were over at Mary Baldwin and took care of business, getting that victory pretty handily, 72-57. And then now the Knights are on a 7-game winning streak, looking to extend that as Mary Baldwin comes into Buena Vista and tries to, stop that streak in its path. But yeah, looking forward to a great game. Lots of talent on the court tonight, and it should be a good one.
For Mary Baldwin, Jalen Gathers, number 24, comes in as their leading scorer, averaging 13 points a game, but has really stepped it up in conference. 17 points a game in conference, as we see Savannah Christensen getting the rebound, unable to put it back in. Squirrels will come down on their first possession. Running the point for the Squirrels, number 5, Demet Saigili. Very interesting player, the senior 5'8" guard out of Turkey.
Yeah, leads her team in scoring as a long three is launched into the air. But takes care of the ball pretty well and leads that offense for the Squirrels. Has a great pass from sophomore guard Emma Camden over there to Anna Singer. Excuse me, that wasn't Anna Singer. Excuse me, that was number 4,
that was Addison
Newman.
Yeah,
Addison Newman. Great play right there.
So Emma Camden doing a lot of point play for the Knights, and she is averaging 2.1 assists to turnover ratio, which if you can be 2-1 in your turnover ratio, you're doing a great job, which she is. And the Knights overall are doing pretty well in their assist to turnover, but it's really led by Emma Camden.
Yeah, absolutely. Emma Camden takes care of the ball. The sophomore guard plays like a senior, rarely comes out for the Knights and handles the ball and runs this offense, leading an experienced group of forwards behind Courtney, Katie, and Nan. Really steps into that role. She's averaging about 7 overall, but we saw earlier she's averaging about 11 in conference right now, doing super well. Also takes care of the ball, doesn't turn the ball over, has 5 rebounds with 4 assists on average as well. Does super well for the Knights.
Demet Saigili comes in with about opposite of Emma Camden in terms of turnover, about 1 assist, 0.5, a half assist per turnover. So if she can avoid turnovers in this game, and there we see the athleticism of Savannah Christensen on display as she gets that block.
Yeah.
What a rejection.
The athleticism and the timing, and then a beautiful pass inside. Katie Garish, great positioning right there. But back to the block. Nan times it out, sees the drive, the penetration, comes backside and gets that block. We saw her get a couple of those last Saturday.
If Saigili can take care of the ball, get it to this shooter right here, their number 1 scorer, Jalen Gathers. Great shot, well-timed, in rhythm, in system. That's exactly what you want out of Gathers.
Absolutely, and it was a drawn-up play for that 3. The Knights did not help on that screen. That little back cut was wide open for that 3-point shot and confidently just knocks it down.
Emma Camden tries the 3-pointer. She's hitting 5 for 10. Sorry, she's hitting 14 for 25 on the season, 45% free 3-point shooter. For Jalen Gathers, she is a 23% three-point shooter. She's only 6 for 26, makes it 7 for 27 on the season. So, I mean, that's a shot that you want to give her, but she took it with confidence and knocked it down. There was no doubt in her mind that was going in. Turnover from Garish. She tried to work with her senior teammate. Doesn't work out. Saigili,
right there.
There's the three-pointer from Saigili. Saigili, second one. She's 1 for 2 for the evening. She's a 30% free throw shooter, hitting 11 of 36 coming in, now 12 of 37. That one doesn't go for the Knights. Gathers will come back down, gets to the lane, and finishes. No foul called. A great, strong move to get to the lane, putting the Squirrels up by 2.
Yeah, 3 missed three-pointers on 3 possessions for the Knights. Maybe need to work to try to get the ball inside and try to emphasize this height we have on the Knights have on the floor.
Doing right there, getting it into the hands of Garish. Quick push from the Squirrels, something they'll want to take advantage of. You mentioned that they are at a height disadvantage, but if they can get this ball pushing in transition, see if they can get into the lane right there. The second block of the evening for the Knights. Camden, the great pass and handles to McCrolla. We're going to call her for the travel.
Yeah, great hands on defense right there from Courtney. Times it up and gets the block, and then full sprint down the floor, able to get the ball, but just caught walking a little bit. Great, forward pass right there from Emma Camden. You love the way both teams are pushing the ball right now. Knights maybe need to look to slow it down and set up in some half-court shots. We saw Katie force one a little bit. Maybe look to have a little patience down there on the block.
Good three-quarter defense from McCrolla, denying the entry pass. Gathers, stops, takes an 18-footer, doesn't go in. In fact, misses everything. Singer is checked in for Garish. Still a decent size for the Knights right here with McCrolla in. Goes to the left hand, gets to the opposite side of the basket, taking advantage of that size. Going up against number 12, Hannah Varner. The 6-foot senior, but McCrolla really gets good penetration. Problem was, look where she got that ball. I mean, she was so deep when you get that ball. How are you going to defend that?
Yeah, absolutely. Courtney likes going to that hook and going underneath the defense, and it's a quick move if you can get away with it. And Courtney able to snag that one and tie it back 8-8 before this break here.
We have a media timeout with a foul on Emma Camden. Not a great foul. Didn't really mean to get out there, but did get underneath. And with the block out, pushing Sagili down, she'll be shooting 2. Also coming into the game, checking in, will be number 13, Taylor Misaki. The Knights really have a solid bench. When you look at Anna Singer coming off the bench, I mean, that's a great, she's hitting 53% in her three-point shooting, 14 of 26 coming in. She's the Knights' best three-point shooter. You have Emma Camden out there, a 45% three-point shooter.
Yeah, on the subject of the Knights bench, the last time these two teams faced at Mary Baldwin, the Knights bench contributed 25 points. I believe it was 25 points, and that was a huge reason the Knights were able to extend into that huge lead and get away with the win there. And so looking forward into this game, the Knights need to continue with the scoring. A couple errant three-pointers, quick shots we saw go in last game for the Knights. Haven't been able to fall. Some new scoring on the floor in Anna Singer. Last time they played, Anna Singer had 17 points and led the team with Katie Garish, both with 17 in the last meeting.
You know, when you can bring her off the bench, she's a great sixth woman to come off the bench, and the contributing factor, averaging double figures, almost double figures. She's averaging 7 a game, but for the conference play, she's averaging double figures, 13.7 points per game. We see some pressure now, a little man-to-man press from the Squirrels. Singer is able to beat her man, fake with the inside. The Savannah Christensen able to follow up on the rebound. Great job pushing against that full court man-to-man press.
Yeah, it took him a second to realize what was going down, but confident dribbling right there. Beats the press. There's a big foul down there by Addison Newman, but great play right there from Anna Singer, able to get into the teeth of the defense, but then Savannah patiently waiting right there. Great positioning to get that rebound and put back.
We saw this in the last game, Skylar, where the opponent was able to get into the lane. Misaki with not really good internal defense as Camden goes down a little wet, a little probably slick all over the court. You got to be careful with all the snow out there when people walk in the shoes. Got to be really careful to keep the court dry.
Absolutely.
But Saigili is a great driver, as is Gathers. We saw this in the last game. The Knights were able to step in and play great interior defense with the help. And they're going to need to, clearly they're going to need to do that again today with the driving ability of Saigili and Gathers.
Absolutely. Pretty even across the board between the rebounding and obviously the points. The Squirrels are putting up big effort against this powerful Knights team as another walk is called on the Knights down here. That's the third turnover for the Knights.
Interesting call. I guess he's saying the ball was in the air. She's kind of shuffling her feet, but it was only in one hand. Interesting call. Oh, Nant Christensen with the active hands. Behind the back pass. Drop, ball still on the ground.
It was a great pass right there from Nan behind the back. And then Emma elects to give and go right there, but Nan couldn't control it. Great idea, just a little rough execution there on the fast break, but Nan playing the passing lanes, active hands right there.
Both players come out as Sophie Wright checks in. Sophie Wright, the junior guard out of Logan, Utah. Psychology major. 4A All-Star team in Utah in high school. So Gilly gets to the free throw line, stops and pops, doesn't fall for her. Newman to Wright, looking in transition to push it. Nothing there, and the Knights will settle down. Without Camden out there, the Knights are going to be a little bit slower in terms of their transition, but great job on the entry pass as the defender falls down. Hannah Varner, a strong post from Katie Garish. The Knights need to keep going. I mean, it took them what they didn't do that in the first half of the last game. They came out in the second half. Shay Ziegner again coaching with consultant work from others on the bench, but Shay really got her team going into Garish in the second half of last game, and it looks like they're going to make a concerted effort in this game to get these post players the ball.
Absolutely. That's what you have to do for the post player with Courtney and Katie and even Nan. As this Squirrels team elects to not go zone, as a beautiful floater right there from Taylor Misaki. Excuse me. Great floater right there, but they're electing to go man-to-man on defense rather than play zone, something we've seen a lot of teams elect to do against the size of the Knights.
Can't tell if they're going to call out on the floor. Yeah, they're going to call that on the shot. So Gathers with that left hand beats the first defender, then beats the second defender. You can't allow that to happen if you're going to be the second defender. You've got to step out and squeeze that in that instance, get that right foot. Don't allow her to get to the baseline. You have a teammate that's trailing. Take a really excellent play for somebody to squeeze that back to her right hand. You got to cut that left hand drive off. Not able to do it. Foul with the body. Gathers takes the shot, misses. She is a 68% free throw shooter on the season.
Yeah, Gathers incredibly fast with the ball, able to beat defenders with the ball in her hands as Nan launches a three and knocks it down for the top of the key. Confident shot right there from Nan.
Nan, a very emotional player, celebrating that three. Gets the Knights on the board with a three-pointer, 1 for 4 for the evening. Knights staying in a man-to-man defense. The high pick. Nice fake pass, not able to finish. Gets the ball into Emma Camden's hands, who is checked back in.
That's great half-court defense right there from the Knights, forcing a bad shot late into that shot clock right there. As another traveling is called on the Knights down there. Most of the turnovers the Knights have committed so far have just been little travel calls down here in these half-court sets.
I think all but one, right? They're working on 5 turnovers. 4 of them have been off travel calls. The Knights come in averaging a total of 21 turnovers per game. But they have dropped that down to 19 in conference play.
Yeah, that's a tough loose ball right there for the Knights, as a beautiful shot from the top of the key through the defense right there. Dumet just knocks it down. But that's a tough loose ball right there, giving the Squirrels the second chance to knock that down.
Sagili 30% on the season from three-point range, but in conference, she's only been shooting 16%.
And answering right back is another 3. The Knights are just, going back and forth here with the Squirrels, knocking down shot for shot, retaking the lead, refusing to go into the end of this first quarter without the lead.
There's about 5 seconds to separate the shot clock and the game clock. Sagili milks the clock down. 8 seconds left in the shot clock. Gathers going to her strong right hand, gets up and under, beats Garish with no help. Great job from Gathers. Puts the Squirrels up by 1. 4 second shot clock's off. Garish underneath, gets the shut off just before the time expires at the end of the first period. Not able to finish. The Squirrels leading 21-20. Great first period from both teams.
Absolutely. Gathers down there confidently late into the shot clock, goes strong with that right hand. We've seen her go to the left a couple of times, but just as confident with that right hand. And of course, I jinx it for the Knights, and the Squirrels able to take that lead 21-20 with that bucket from Gathers, who is leading her team with 9 points. In fact, I believe is leading all scorers with 9 on 4 of 6 shooting, able to knock down that 1 3-pointer early to get us started off today. But great back and forth in this first quarter, and so far the Mary Baldwin Squirrels are putting up a huge fight right now for these Knights, who are on that, as we mentioned earlier, that 7-game winning streak looking to extend.
That last point, the 9 right there, McCrolla, as Gathers goes to that right hand, McCrolla has a chance to double down. She's got a slower defender on her in Garish. McCrolla, who on the wing, she's guarding Mary Moran, who is only 1 for 4 in 3-point shooting on the season. And you got to know a little bit of the scouting report. She does not pinch down and help out Garish, allowing Gathers to get up underneath there. In the last game, the Knights did a great job of really helping out in the paint and forcing the balls to get kicked back out wide. And McCrolla needs to step in. You've got to get double-team Gathers when she's going to get to the paint.
Yeah, and you've seen her do it multiple times. So you definitely need to make that adjustment. Of course, head coach Shea Ziegner is definitely going to get that done for the Knights. And going into this second quarter, looking forward to a little bit more back and forth here. But if you're a Knights fan, you want to see a little bit more of what you just saw right there is rebounding and second chance points. And what a confident shot from Emma Camden. Gets one to go for the Knights.
Camden standing there. Defender fell back off her, and she looked at it and was like, okay, you're not going to cover me. I can pop this. We saw a home game about a month ago where Camden went 7 for 7 from the 3-point arc. So she definitely has the capability of knocking down the 3-pointer.
And the confidence to take almost every open 3-pointer she can get. And if you're the Knights, you want her shooting as much as possible, but you love the outside scoring that the Knights have this season with some of these new freshmen and then some of these sophomore and junior guards between Anna Singer and Taylor and Barrett and Addison. A lot of outside scoring to go along with this, huge inside presence that the Knights have had for the last couple of years.
Yeah, Camden for the conference hitting 52% on her 3-point shooting. You do not want to leave her open. High post to McCrolla. She finds post-to-post play is a great flash from Katie Garish deep in the post. The Squirrels unable to keep her out. That's tough. They're both stronger and bigger than the women guarding them, and the Knights are going to look to take advantage of that.
Yeah, that high-low right there with the tandem of Katie and Courtney is tough. It's hard to defend both of them, so you got to choose, and great play right there from Katie. Nearly gets
great
that one
shot
to go.
from Gathers. The work from Christensen, saves the ball, gets it up to McCrolla. She pushes ahead to Newman. The Knights trying to score in transition. Great job from the Squirrels to get back on defense, but Camden with the open shot early in the shot clock. Rebounders not ready.
Yeah, great work down low by Courtney right there, trying to get positioning, just can't get the ball thrown to her inside. And Emma Camden, of course, elects to shoot that three, just can't get the roll. But great work on offense right there from Courtney.
Tough shot. Doesn't go for Varner.
Uncontested to the rim. Nobody stops ball. And Nan takes it straight to the rack.
Coach Megan Austin with a quick timeout off of that easy play from Christensen with no help. Coach Austin, this is her first season as the head coach for the Fighting Squirrels. Really great playing career. Started out at Lafayette College, but then quickly transferred to powerhouse UNC in the ACC. While there, she was able to get to 2 Final Fours. She knows what it's like to play in big games. She knows what it's like to play great basketball. She's had a chance to coach, be a head coach several different places before coming to coach here with the Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels. So you got to believe in her ability to get her team not only playing well, but really garnering wins in the USA South and an opportunity for the Squirrels to have great coaching.
Yeah, with her being in her first season as a head coach for this Mary Baldwin team, and with a lot of older players that have been at Mary Baldwin for a little while, it's great to see her building her program now and going to have an opportunity to have great success in a great conference out here.
Yeah, Demet Sagili, senior, Hannah Varner, senior, Mary Moran, number 33, senior. They get starting or significant playing time. 3 seniors for the leading scorer, Jalen Gather. She's a junior out of Richmond, Virginia. So some great, nice flash, cutting down low, unable to finish. That was a Seta Fulright with a great cut. Just not able to get it to go down. McCrolla loses the ball, gets it back. Getting inside, not able to finish. Anna Singer trying to fight for that ball. Looks like it will go off of the hands of Mary Moran.
Yeah, you love the aggressiveness of Addison Newman with the ball, taking that hard ball screen right there from Nan and going straight to the rack. But you'd love to see a jump stopper, some move right there to be patient and try to get a better look. But still, great aggressive move to the rack.
The seal and screen, unable to finish, was Anna Singer. Squirrels are doing a really nice job being a bit undersized, fighting for rebounds. Total rebounds for the Knights are still 13, 10 defensive, 3 offensive. It's that offensive rebounding that the Squirrels are struggling with. They don't have a single offensive rebound yet, no second chance points. Yet they were able to go into that, going into the second quarter leading. If the Knights can continue to limit, you talked about this earlier in conversation with me, Skylar, that the rebounding for the Knights is really going to be key. If they can out-rebound on the offensive board, limit the offensive chances for the Squirrels as Emma Camden gets to the middle of the floor and gets that floater. The Squirrels are going to have a tough time if they're not going to be able to get any second chance points.
Absolutely. It's hard to win a basketball game if you don't win the rebounding and the turnover battle. And in the last game, the Knights were able to control the rebounds and come away with a pretty sizable win as Addison Newman gets caught being a little too aggressive right there. Yeah, back to the last time they played, the Knights lost the turnover battle, so controlling the ball is going to be a big deal here, as well as continuing to control that rebounding game.
So where's the scoring going to come from right now without Gathers in the game? Sigilli is in the game, but she's going to need some help.
Yeah, we've seen number 12, senior Hannah Varner, take a couple shots tonight. She is out of the game as well. So
this is number 2, Maya Coleman. She's the third leading scorer on the team. Tries to find her teammate, number 10, Kayla Sessoms. Unable to connect on that.
Yeah, great cover down from the Knights right there, able to take away that inside pass and knock down again, this time from Nan Christensen, who's able to get her second one down. Confident shot right there.
Knights started 0 for 3 on the three-point shot. They're now 4 of 9, shooting 44%, 56 total from the field.
Yeah,
Baldwin's still a respectable 42% from the field and 60% from three-point line. Unable to get that to go was Sigilli.
Yeah, another great defensive possession right there. But you love the way Nan pushed in fast break and then was able to get her own shot back eventually. A lot of patience on display from the senior guard. Great play right there, able to knock down that three.
Solid rebounding on the defensive end. Maya with the pump fake, goes behind the back, and then a pump fake to get Christensen in the air. And that was solid moves, just not able to get the ball to go down.
Yeah,
really like the play of Maya.
Absolutely, yeah. Got a couple people jumping right there with the move, but just can't get the roll.
Saw a quick shot from Misaki. Probably can get that shot anytime you want. Don't really need to take that, force that early in the shot clock.
Yeah, that was a little early for the Knights. You'd love to see them try to get the ball down low with Katie in the game and try to go a little in and out offensively.
Right. She could get that same shot off of an in-out high-low play. And
Great
Singer
hands.
getting her hands on that ball, fighting for it. That's the stuff that the Knights have kind of turned around this season to me, that the aggressiveness and watching that. You know, back home, Grandma Frank, Grandpa Gary, just loving that kind of play. When raising their granddaughter to fight and be strong back home in Texas.
Yeah, great play right there. Anna Singer putting her body on the line. We've seen the ball, get on the floor, a couple loose ball, 50-50 balls, and great, sacrifice of the body right there from Anna Singer. And Courtney McCullough pushing in transition. Point forward, unfortunately, gets called sliding that pivot foot. Couple too many travels down there for the Knights. More than a handful already in this first half. Kind of out of character for the Knights. Haven't seen a whole lot of that.
Gathers has checked back in. 11-point deficit, and she again draws a foul. She's forcing these Knights to play a little more body and handsy than the referees are happy with, and she's drawn several fouls on her drive. They set it for right. Gathers that ball in, gets it to Gathers. Gathers will trigger her offense. Oh, and the pick of the pocket from Camden, tries to gather it in and finish. She does. That ought to be illegal.
Yeah, Emma Camden, confidence on display. What a defensive play right there.
Gathers can take advantage of that, just protecting that ball a little bit. Camden will reach every now and then. I think Gathers can take advantage of that, go through that arm. She's got to protect it on the first step. Singer gets a hand in the face. The rebound, ball just falls in on the air ball to the hands of Maya Coleman. And then the Knights foul on the shot.
Yeah, with both Katie and Courtney in there, it's hard to see how Maya Coleman gets in there and gets that rebound, but credit to her just knowing where the ball's going to be on the jump shot, able to catch that one. The sophomore out of Richmond, Virginia.
Unfortunately, Maya will not get credit for a rebound because the ball never touched the rim, so it's just a pass. Just a long, high pass.
Knowing where the pass was going to be to get that one and get to the free throw line.
So still no offensive rebounds for the Squirrels. Maya misses the first one. Coleman's a 62% free throw shooter, but doing much better, 87% in conference.
late into this second period, as the Squirrels shoot their 4th and 5th attempt from the line. The Knights are still yet to shoot a free throw in this game. Not to say they haven't been aggressive in the paint, just haven't got a foul called down there as Courtney can't get one to go down low with great positioning.
Sagili comes down. There was a couple open players early in that transition possession, but she'll choose to pull it back out. Gathers will drive against Miyazaki. Again, body. Knights are getting underneath her, and the help defense was just slapping, not stepping in and shutting down the lane.
Yeah, that's a deliberate attempt to draw contact right there and get to the rack from Gathers. You love the way she puts her head down and gets to that free throw line.
I mean, the Squirrels are only shooting 27% total for three-pointers, 18% in conference from the three-point line. The Knights need to shut that lane down because Gathers is really good about getting to the lane. She drives in hard. She's forcing that on-ball player to use a lot of body, but it's really late in the drive that they're pushing on her as she goes to shoot. The Knights can shut that down, squeeze that lane. They'll be able to force her to kick that ball. So far, they're just letting their teammates go one-on-one with her, and she is taking advantage of that. Another travel from the Knights as McCrolla fails to keep her pivot foot down before she puts the ball down.
It looked like a great little set right there. The ball was moving for the Knights offense, but yeah, yet another travel called. Knights need to figure out what's going wrong and try to take care of that. As loose ball foul called on Courtney. Off ball foul, excuse me.
I'm going to call McCrolla for grabbing and holding. I'm not sure she needed to do that. Coach Ziegner asking the referee to explain that call.
Yeah, it looked like, good fight down there to get positioning between the two. And Courtney called with a little bit of contact, puts Kayla Sessoms at the line.
Another missed free throw. They are now shooting 3 of 8. 37% from the free throw line. It's going to be hard to win the game because they're getting to the free throw line. This is their 9th free throw shot, yet only 3 of 9. Overall, the Squirrels are shooting 63% from the free throw line. McCrolla draws the foul.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do right now with this lineup on the floor. Courtney gets the ball at the block, and as soon as she puts that ball down, even the slightest, that defense is going to collapse immediately on that ball. Great idea to kick it out to Taylor, but
good defense from Saigili. She gets the hand on the jumper from Christensen and then comes up with the loose ball.
Yeah, you love the way Saigili handles the ball, brings it down the majority of the time for the Squirrels, and that time again able to find number 10, Kayla Sessoms, down low and get back to the free throw line.
Sessoms will step up for her 3rd and 4th free throws. That's the 5th team foul on the Knights. In the second period, the Squirrels only have 1, playing great feet-moving, non-hand-grabbing defense are the Squirrels, and that one looked much better than the first 2 that she shot. Squirrels are playing really good defense, forcing the Knights to make the shots and not going to send them to the free throw line. Coach Austin doing a great job of working on the defensive end with her Squirrels. Opponents are averaging 61 points per game against the Squirrels. The Knights, who are 7-0, are giving up 62 points per game to their opponents. So, clearly Squirrels can play defense, even though it seems like they might be undersized in most of the games that they play.
Yeah, very active defense. They definitely don't lack in effort.
Man, with the great pump fake and then the step through to her left hand.
Yeah, strong move right there from Nan. Gets full contact on the ball, but able to control it through that. Great hands on the defensive play, but still able to control it through and gets the layup to go. I think Nan leading all scorers now with 12.
Another foul on the Knights. Every time down, the Squirrels are drawing the foul. The Knights may want to pack this in or go to a zone, see if they can force the outside shooting of the Squirrels to beat them. Squirrels, as I mentioned, at 18% in the conference from three-point line. They are 37% overall in field goal percentage. So not necessarily a great outside shooting team, but man, are they getting inside and forcing the Knights to foul. It's a sixth team foul on the Knights.
Yeah, with Nan in the game right here with about a minute 30 left in the second quarter, you'd really hope she doesn't pick up that third foul, but she has to continue to be aggressive and get the ball across the court here as we see a little bit of pressure. Great active hands right there. Super cool right there. They pressured super hard and then they backed it out and was able to draw that pass from Emma Camden. That was great heads-up play, great coaching decision right there from the Squirrels.
Yeah, I always feel like the Knights, watching this season, a three-pointer from Singer. As I mentioned, Grandma Fran going to be happy with that. Great job. Everybody back in Texas is cheering.
Yeah, knockdown right there from Anna Singer. Mentioned she was the leading scorer last time these teams played. Able to get it down from around the arc is a great play right there from Katie, able to not foul.
Singer transitions, puts the ball wide, cross court now to Miyazaki, and she hits the 16-footer. 38 seconds left on the game clock, 25 on the shot clock, about a 10-second difference. Knights will get another chance this half.
Yeah, that was a great 2-for-1 right there. Just a quick shot. Great high percentage look from Taylor, able to knock it down. Katie doesn't foul and then pushes it up. Great back-to-back defensive possessions right there.
That time Camden does step in, shuts the lane down, forces the kick from Gathers. Knights don't foul. 10 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is turned off. Singer gets the ball into Garish, and they're going to call a 3-second count on Garish.
Unfortunately, Anna held the ball a little bit right there, trying to get late into the game clock as the shot clock had been turned off, but Katie gets called for that 3 seconds in the key.
Saigili with 2 seconds left. Try to trigger a floater, and it would not have counted. Near side referee to us waved his hand as soon as the shot went up. So the Knights leading 41-26, kind of a silent 41. It was just kind of grinding here and there. It was an amazing second quarter defensively for the Knights. They end the first quarter, Skylar, down by 20-21, and then the defense, even though they were fouling a lot. There were just a lot of fouls, it felt like. Fortunately for the Knights, the Squirrels were just not able to knock down their foul shots. 7 for 13 right now, hitting the last 4, by the way. It was not good early on. And then they really only get 5 points. In that second quarter, the Knights getting 21.
Yeah, the Knights winning that second quarter 21-5 and getting it done by getting bailed out a little bit at the free throw line. But, that says, that's a testament to the Knights defense not letting anything easy. 7 3-pointers taken from Mary Baldwin, hitting 3 of 7. And that's 5 3-pointers knocked down for the Knights. It's been pretty even across the board, but something that hasn't been even, the Knights dominating the total rebounding game 22-9, nearly, actually more than doubling the total. And then another thing is the Knights doing what they always do, or destroying in the assist column. 15 assists in that first half. That is just, instant offense. That is all around. That's pushing the ball in transition, and that's those open looks. The Knights are getting down low from Courtney and Katie, and Nan getting it down with 2 3-pointers on the day, leading all scorers with 12.
The Knights have 3 players with 2 fouls, McCrolla, Newman, and Christensen. So they'll have to see if they can stay out of foul trouble going into that second half. Only 2 fouls on Mary Baldwin in the whole first half. The Knights dominating the second quarter, dominating the rebounding stat. Savannah Christensen just killing it with rebounds, 10 rebounds. A lot of those defensive. She did have a couple offensive rebounds. That very first possession she got one. She had another putback to get second chance points for the Knights. They only have 3 offensive rebounds with Christensen getting 2 of those. But overall, just that 22 to 9 stat, it's going to be really hard for the Squirrels to come back if they can't generate some second chance opportunities. But if you can get to the free throw line, if you can knock those down, you still have a chance to come back in this game. They just need it to be like the first quarter and not the second quarter.
Absolutely. A great second quarter from the Knights, able to extend this lead. Nan with the double-double in the first half. Super impressive. Looking forward to a great second half.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Don't go away too long. Grab yourself a soda, some popcorn, a snack if you need it. Stay warm if you're somewhere on the East Coast. And we'll be back to join you in 10 minutes. Welcome back to the second half. 30 seconds left before the Knights and the Fighting Squirrels take the court again. Finish out this evening's game in snowy Buena Vista, Virginia. Hope everybody's safe out there. We finished off that first half talking about the discrepancy in the rebounding and a little bit about the free throw shooting from the Fighting Squirrels and what they needed to do to get back into this game. Again, I'm Scotty Winterton along with Skylar Johnson, bringing you this contest between your Southern Virginia Knights and the Fighting Squirrels of Mary Baldwin. The Knights look to put their starting five back on the court. Expect to see the same out of the Squirrels they do. Skylar, this 5-21 differential in the second quarter, the Squirrels are going to have to turn that around.
Yeah, absolutely. They were unfortunately unable to knock down the free throws that they needed to knock down. And for the Knights, a lot of fouls committed in that second quarter, but good for the Knights. Nobody in serious foul trouble as everybody has at least a foul, but not even one person with three, a couple with two. So spread out fouls for the Knights, keeping everybody in play tonight. Looking forward to a great second half. If you're the Squirrels, you're going to do more of the same. You're going to go to the rack and try to get fouled and try to get some of these shots to fall.
That ball, Christensen deflects it. It goes off the foot of the Squirrel. I believe that was Aceta Ferrite on the drive. Ball goes over to the Knights. I'm sure that Coach Megan Austin had some thoughts in terms of rebounding, and not much you can really do in coaching at this point. The foul shooting, that's stuff you got to work on in practice. Between the legs is Addison Newman, and they're going to call a 3-second violation on the Knights. Coach Shay Zigner, again, stepping in for the absent Schroeders. Lynette Schroeder and assistant coach Brett Schroeder not in the building today. Did a great job in substituting in the last game and doing a phenomenal job this evening as well.
Great pull-up jumper right there from Gathers, but unable to get the friendly roll, picking up full court right there. Lucky right there, the Knights able to retain possession.
Yeah, Sagili with good hands. She's a quick player, the senior from Turkey. Iskenderun, I think, is native town. I wonder if she's got found. Great look to the backdoor cut as Christensen pulling her best Emma Camden impersonation, finding Emma Camden on the backdoor cut.
Yeah, great cut right there from Camden through the teeth of that shell. Able to find some space. Another heads-up hands right there from Sagili. Knights able to push it in transition. Little pull-up jumper, unable to get that one to fall.
The Knights have done a much better job the last two possessions, closing down the driving lanes and not giving the Squirrels opportunities to get to the foul line. This one in transition, Gathers going 3-on-1 and managed to get to the foul line.
Yeah, just put that ball under her right arm and put her head down and gets to the free throw line yet again. Gathers is shooting her fourth and fifth attempt, only able to knock one down so far tonight.
Gathers is a season 68% free throw shooter. Misses the first, she'll take the second. Misses that one too. Looks like it might be in her head a little bit. Addison Newman brings the ball up. Quick entry into Garish. Ball is stripped. And early transition slowed up as the ball hits the court. Gathered back in by the Squirrels.
Great double team down low right there on Katie. Causes her to hesitate a little bit, and then active hands, a couple different Squirrel defenders in the paint.
Great shot coming off that pass from Gathers as Mary Moran, the senior from Lutz, Florida, Sun Lake High School. The Squirrels have a number of players from outside of Virginia. As I mentioned, Sagili from Turkey. You have Asieta Furite from Florida. Also, Mary Moranis from Florida.
Yeah, something we're kind of used to seeing around here in Buena Vista, but great to see it, in the conference.
Right, when you look down the roster for the Knights, you're going to see Colorado, Calgary, Alberta, Hawaii, Utah, Georgia, another couple other Utahs, Texas, a few Virginias, Washington, Maryland. Such a diverse group, which is the norm here at Southern Virginia University. Because of the university being aligned with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, they're able to really expand their recruiting base across the country for students that want to come in. Good hands from Anna Singer, and the body from Katie Garish will go against Mary Moran. Again, a solid drive from her. She'll go to the free throw line. Going back to that alignment with the church, Skylar, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, really allows coaches to be pretty diverse in terms of the locales that they go recruiting. The population centers for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are dominated out west, so you'll see a lot of Utah, Idaho, Arizona, Washington, California players in the athletic department at Southern Virginia University, along with a decent number from Virginia. But talk about that for you. You're a football player here. Your teammates. Talk about that.
Absolutely. Being here last couple of years, there's definitely a good, diverse group of people. It's what draws a lot of people from the West out here to get a little East Coast experience. As we're seeing the snow. I'm from Arizona. This is some of the first snow I've had to deal with out here. But yeah, it's great. It keeps us competitive, and it's an interesting aspect out here in the USA South, having a lot of Western states athletes involved in this, this East Coast Conference. Pretty cool.
Yeah, the university is one of the farthest traveled university in terms of geographic pull in the country, averaging about almost 1,300 miles. The average student traveling from home to get here, as you talk about being from Arizona. The Knights turn the ball over right there, come back. Just 2 points for each team so far in the third period, as we've down to 6 minutes left in the third quarter here. Kind of sloppy, a few turnovers, not really able to put the bucket in. The Knights are definitely doing a better job on the defensive end of not committing fouls. And here, Miyazaki drawing the push-off from Gathers. Definitely got her forearm on her and drove her to the floor.
Yeah, that's something that the Knights defense has to adjust to, with these ball handlers putting their heads down and driving straight downfield. Down court.
Spoken like a true football player.
But it's great move right there from Santa Christensen. Anyways, it was great to see Taylor, put her body on the line right there and take that contact. And
I'll give you a plug, Skylar. If you haven't got a chance, you go to Knights Broadcasting, you watch some of the replays of our home football games. You'll see Skylar Johnson out there balling out. He's a straight-up killer as a receiver out there. Got great hands, great speed.
Well, I appreciate that. You're too nice. But appreciate being in the booth now and moving on from that. But it was a great opportunity here at Southern Virginia. And
Cut-off baseline was Miyazaki. The air ball from Christensen into the hands of the Squirrels, as Sagili will transition the ball. Knights get back on defense. And that's the first time we've seen them in this quarter not really help out. Christensen had an opportunity to step over to her right side and cut off that lane. Doesn't do so.
Yeah, the persistency of Dumet has paid off, as she easily gets a wide open layup right there as Anna lines up another three-pointer. But yeah, not a whole lot of offense from either team, as the Knights still lead by 15, the mark that the Knights had at halftime. But still 12 turnovers now for the Knights, and they're winning in that column. 12 to the Squirrels 8. Both teams unable to take care of the ball very well so far in this second half.
Knights shooting 20 of 39 for 51%. The Squirrels are 10 of 29 for 34%. And that shooting percentage, along with the rebounding discrepancy, the Squirrels still without an offensive rebound. And that lack of second chance points is is going to be tough to make up this 15-point deficit. The Knights with 17 assists to the Squirrels 6. But the Knights having committed 14 fouls, and the Squirrels only committing 3.
Yeah, nobody really in considerable foul trouble still. Nan did pick up that 3rd foul, which, you know, a little early in this 3rd quarter, but 6 of 9 shooting. Nan's getting it done offensively. Love for her to be able to take a couple more shots. Haven't seen a whole lot of effort to get the ball inside. A lot of jump shots taken from the Knights. You'd love to see a couple points off turnovers here for the Knights, pushing in transition off. Great defensive plays. They've had stops, but you know, a couple turnovers would bode well for the Knights, and for Mary Baldwin to get back into it. Some of those 3-point shots falling would be nice. We've seen Dumet take a couple. You know, you'd love for her to continue to shoot.
Yeah, both Gathers and Sagili have a nice stroke as they shoot that 3-pointer. The Squirrels trying to put a little full court pressure, kind of drop back, trapping in the 3-quarter court. Knights take care of that. Singer does not hit that shot, and Sagili comes down with the defensive rebound. She quickly transitions, good pump fake. Christensen getting in the air and allowing Aseta Furright to get underneath her and get that 10-foot shot, as Coach Ziegner looking at Nan and saying, stay on the ground. We have got to stop fouling, Coach Ziegner pleading with her team.
Yeah, Nan lucky that one wasn't called on her, if I'm not mistaken, but you know, aggressive move right there to the basket. Asiata, she able to get Nan in the air on that pump fake and drive. What a play right there. Sends her to the free throw line.
Furright hits the second as the Squirrels are able to get this down to a 13-point lead.
And that's exactly what the Squirrels want to do with that fading away press right there. They're covering about 3/4 of the court, and they're going to back away and force that errant pass.
Uncharacteristic miss for Gathers as she missed the layup. Christensen comes down with the rebound and an over-the-back call for the second team foul on the Squirrels. Maya Coleman with her first foul of the evening. This 3-quarter zone press, inviting a pass to the middle, looking to trap in the corner. This time Singer gets to Garish, and they break the press with 19 seconds on the shot clock. Singer drives baseline. She had Miyazaki on the wing, and they're going to call.
Yeah, that's an interesting call right there.
They're going to call a foul. The ball off of Singer, and then Coach Ziegner disagrees vehemently and gets a technical foul called on her. Or it might be called on the bench.
Yeah, I'm not sure who they called the T on. It might have been for being on the court.
Right, because Coach Ziegner goes over and looks at her team and says, stay off the court. So 2 shots coming for the Squirrels as Sagili will take these. She's the best free throw shooter on the team at 85%.
And before the technical was called, a very obvious deflection from the Squirrels kept possession with the Knights, but it called the other way. After the technical, it doesn't really matter as the Squirrels get possession, but interesting call right there. And that was what the initial confusion was. Able to get the soft roll on the floater.
6 quick points for the Squirrels. Put them down just 9 points. The Knights turn the ball over again. Single-digit lead for the Squirrels. They're fighting back, really turning around. A 10-4 run in this to start the third period.
Yeah, Mary Baldwin rallying right now and getting it done on defense, forcing just quick shots that haven't fallen for the Knights and are probing into this defense. Gets called for the travel right there as the Knights need to capitalize on that turnover right there.
Furright grabs the ball, on the pass from Gathers and just shuffles her feet backward before putting it down. Again, this three-quarter trapping pressure. Addison Newman able to beat it, gets the ball to an open three-point shot from Anna Singer. She drains it.
Knocking them down for the Knights. Something we're used to seeing. Second one of the night.
Nice right-left sweet move from Sagili. Really carrying her team right now on her back. I believe she has 8 straight points.
Taking an initiative to score right here is Dumet just doing it. Layups, jumpers from the free throw line, playing incredible defense. Heads up play right there. Taylor able to retain that loose ball and get it right back up for the bucket.
Yeah, the block from the Squirrels ends up in the hands of Misaki, and she finishes.
Misaki now with 9 points on 4 of 5 shooting. Super efficient night for the freshman.
Gathers, drives baseline, but Singer, I believe, grabs her arm before Garish can get the block.
What a block. Besides the foul, what a block right there from Katie. Times it out and, puts it down with some authority. But, yeah, I believe they call the foul down low before.
Yeah, that'll be the 3rd foul on Anna Singer. 15th foul for the Knights. Gathers struggling from the free throw line today,
but is not shying away from getting to that free throw line.
And that one circles around and falls. That's good for her. See that ball go down. She needs to see a ball go down, and that'll kind of break the ice on the cylinder. And then she puts the second one home right away. No pressure from the Squirrels right now. Nobody on Newman. Steps in, finds an open Singer. Back iron. Sagili with the defensive rebound, pushing. They have numbers. Great cut underneath, but unable to finish. And then the block from Nant Christensen is as Furright missed the first one, tried to get the second one off. Great look from Sagili.
Yeah, she was able to look off the defender and throw one way, look the other. It was, great. She's doing it all for her team. Is Katie able to get great positioning and turn and face?
Well, you better get the ball to the big when she's down low and that deep in the key. That's an easy catch and finish for Katie Garish. Sagili stops and pops, carrying her team.
She has yet to miss in a little while, leading all scorers now after that three with 19 points on the day of 6 of 13 shooting, just persistently getting into the teeth of the defense, and then this time knocking it down from beyond the perimeter.
Camden loses the ball, uncharacteristic, kind of slips down. Gathers over to Sagili. She doesn't pull the trigger. She'll reset the offense with Christensen on her.
Yeah, that is an experienced move right there. Hasn't missed in a while and has the hot hand and elects to move it and try to work this offense, try to elect to get a better shot.
And they're going to call a charge as Emma Camden comes off of her defender, and we're just camping outside of that restricted area waiting for that drive from Gathers. Gathers faked right, comes back to her left, but Camden was just waiting there, and the shoulder drive into Camden. Camden goes down. They call the offensive foul for the second time against Gathers.
Yeah, great heads-up play from Emma Camden, showing that experience on the defensive end. And then Katie Garish getting fouled down here with 23 left in this in this third period. But Emma Camden able to sacrifice that body and take that charge with Gathers going in with that head down consistently. Somebody had to step in and do it. Great to see Emma Camden doing it for her team.
Garish getting that ball on the low block is getting double and even triple teamed right away. If she can have a little patience and catch that with her head up, she's definitely going to have some open shooters, and the Knights can hit those down. She does get fouled on that shot. Goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Shot clock is off. 20 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, 20 seconds left in this third quarter, and interesting enough, that was the first time the Knights had seen that free throw line in this entire game, so ability of Mary Baldwin to not foul. And a wide open shot from Sugili just doesn't fall, but Knights lucky right there as they let her get wide open.
Camden with a little bit early, had Singer down low, and Camden looks at her and says, I triggered that a little fast. She might have been able to hit Singer and get off a little bit better shot. But as it is, the Knights now leading by 9. The Fighting Squirrels win that third quarter, digging 6 points into the Knights' lead. 17 points in that quarter for Mary Baldwin, 11 for the Knights. The Squirrels finally get an offensive rebound, though they weren't able to get a second chance point off that. The Knights, not with a lot of offensive rebounds themselves. Like, they could really crash the boards a little harder. They only have 4 offensive rebounds in 3 quarters, averaging just barely more than 1 per quarter.
Yeah, and credit that to Mary Baldwin for boxing out, finding the shooters, finding the off ball, and possessing the ball. And they're pushing in transition. Sugili having an incredible game, but she's pushing the ball for her team and is passing incredibly well. 3 assists on the day, but a bunch of hockey assists where she's able to pass to the person who gets the assist, doing incredibly well and moving the ball around, getting gathers, involved in the scoring. And there's a great answer in the third quarter from the Squirrels. You want to see the Knights expand this 9-point lead and kind of ice it right here with Katie and Courtney and Nan all coming in to start this fourth.
Sugili and Gathers, 19 points and 12 respectively. The next closest person for the Fighting Squirrels is Hannah Varner and Aseta Furright with 4 points. So these 2 players, as they have all season, really carrying the Squirrels. And a travel called as Sugili gets that ball at the point, looks to drive with that left hand. And the Knights, they have an opportunity to expand this lead if they just nice job attacking the boards. Was Camden.
That was an incredible rebound right there from Camden, flying across the court to get up and get that one. Camden, respectively, 5 rebounds a game, does not, shy away from getting down low with the posts and getting those boards. Gets herself to the free throw line. Gets a nice roll right there on the first one. But, yeah, as mentioned earlier, this is just the 3rd and 4th attempt from the free throw line for the Knights. You'd love to see them be aggressive and get back to that line a couple more times as they look to extend this lead.
Yeah, in conference, the Knights are averaging almost 15, 16 more rebounds per game than their opponents. This time, McCrolla does a great job cutting off Gathers. Exactly the kind of defense the Knights can play, knowing that the Squirrels rely heavily on 2 players. You can really focus on those 2, make the other 3 players on the court beat you, and that's exactly what McCrolla did right there. In transition, finds Camden cutting back door. The bounce pass to Christensen, not able to handle it. Rebound from Katie Garish, getting the second chance point.
Yeah, Katie Garish getting involved here offensively now with 9 points to her 7 rebounds, looking for that double-double as she averages at that mark. Nan now with 14 and 15 rebounds on the day for Nan on 6 of 10 shooting.
Gathers, again, doing what she has done all game long, beating the first defender. And the Knights' first defenders are just constantly coming in behind with the body. But I don't really blame that first defender. I mean, you want to keep somebody in front of you, but if they're quicker, they're beating you. It's the help defense that's not there. And so the on-ball defender feels like they got to do something to get back in position. Just fouling. And the refs have been consistent all night, calling that body foul.
Yeah, they've definitely been consistent across the board with that body contact, and the Knights need to be aggressive and try to get to that free throw line. But interesting to see if they'll stay with that pressure, that full court pressure that I thought had some success against this Knights offense as Sugili gets caught reaching right there.
I really like the way she played. I mean, I've kind of been watching her body language over the course of the evening. Like, she is a really, if they're going to have, in the NFL, they have the Walter Payton Award. Like, that guy that goes out and really is just, like, a really good person. I feel like watching her, she'd be somebody you really want to be good friends with. The way she plays basketball is tough, but she's also a great sport. Really, really a fun player to watch.
Yeah, great composure out there, great attitude, leads her team, is consistently talking and getting the girls together, huddling up. Great senior leadership on the floor in that guard.
Being from Turkey, sure she's got some great stories about, just her life and how she ends up at Mary Baldwin. It'd be very interesting to find out. Pass.
Aaron pass
comes
nearly
right in my
takes
head.
us out at the scorer's table.
Got to keep our heads up on the sideline, too. The Knights will inbound right here in front of us as Camden gets the ball into Addison Newman. Nice pass down low, not able to finish, gets her own rebound. I don't think they're going to call that a rebound. In fact, it didn't hit the... Yeah, they're going to call it a shot clock violation. And the Knights will be on defense as Demet Sagili will bring the ball up for the Fighting Squirrels.
The Knights haven't shot as many three-pointers in this second half as they did in that first, but you love to see a couple of these shooters look to get some open shots around this shell as the Knights have continued to probe inside. Coming into the game here, Anna Singer, I believe with 3 three-pointers on the night. Maybe 2, but love to see her continue to stretch the floor and knock down some three-pointers. Little update, the Knights leading in rebounding right now, 34-19, doing incredibly well in that category.
Gathers, puts the ball over to her teammate, 33, Mary Moran. Now Sagili triggering with 8 seconds. Now 6 left on the shot clock. Cross to Gather. She's going to have to shoot. She does. Ball finds no rim. Lands out of bounds. It'll be the Knights' ball.
Yeah,
turnover.
That was an impressive defensive stand right there from the Knights. Mary Baldwin went 5 out, and so Garish had to extend and play a little perimeter defense, and just great defense across the board. Leads them late into that shot clock, having to force a step-back 3 that looked nice. It looked on the way, but unable to get it to fall.
If you're at home watching, the Schroeders, I'm sure, are watching, and you want to see that kind of defense out of the Knights. You feel like throughout the evening, if they were able to kind of compact a little bit more, they've been man-to-man all night, haven't gone to the zone. An interesting choice that with the poor kind of shooting, at least in terms of percentage-wise over the course of the season that the Squirrels have shown, they're only 37% on the season. You might want to force those outside shots. But even on defense in a man-to-man, pinch the driving lanes. When the Knights have done that, kicked out, they're nearly 100% in terms of holding
absolutely
the Squirrels out of the point column.
Yeah, it's been an impressive night defensively. Honestly, from both teams, the Knights are able to be in a comfortable position right now. Big stat right here, 18 fouls committed tonight from the Knights. Mary Baldwin only committing 9 total, so doubling that mark. It's tough to have a big lead like this with that mark, but luckily enough, the Mary Baldwin Squirrels just unfortunately are at a 56% mark from that free throw line, and it's the difference in this game right now.
Yeah, between that and the rebounding, the Squirrels are actually doing a pretty good job to only be down by 12.
They've been aggressive. They have not shied away from this, this stacked defense that the Knights have with the incredible height on display and defensive pressure. Great catch right there from Emma Camden, able to keep the ball.
2 seconds left on the shot clock, and before the shot clock goes out, McCullough gets called for a travel. Garish gets that ball in the low post. And the Knights, with not great spacing at the elbow, there were kind of two players there. And neither one of them really caught that ball clean. Camden cleans it up eventually, but McCullough trying to do something with that shot clock running down. Saigili now with the ball on the Squirrels' offensive end. Little post play, quick shot from the third leading scorer for Wright on the Squirrels team. Camden gets baseline, finds Garish. The block against Christensen. Feels like her hand got hit. The ball will be turned over to the Squirrels. Miyazaki is going to check in for Garish.
Nan right there. Yeah, unfortunately, gets blocked right there. Looked like a little bit of contact on the putback, but Nan now with 16 rebounds on the night, pushing for that 20 spot.
The handoff dribble to Gathers. She gets bumped right there, but it was a little bit more of a defensive position that the refs did not call that. But it was the help that really allowed Nan to not have to do more. Misaki falls down, rebound falls to Nan.
Nan with that 17th rebound and putback. 14 points to go with her 17 rebounds and 6 assists. What a stat line from the senior forward. Great drive and score right there from number 2. Maya Coleman, the sophomore guard, just takes it straight through the teeth.
Coleman
Squirrels needed that one.
Did a great job beating her first player. McCullough not shutting down the driving lane, just sort of reaching as Singer tries to find McCullough on the post up over the top. Tough pass. Back and forth, and not a finish from Gathers. And then a jump ball forced by Coleman, and it'll go to the Knights.
Yeah, heads up play right there from Coleman, able to call that, get that jump ball call right there. And even though no possession arrow to the Knights, gives it to him next time. Great play right there from Coleman, able to stop play and let her team set up in this full court, pressure that they've had some success with.
Camden able to bring the ball up on her own. Now a post down low. They're going to call Hannah Varner with the hook. She kind of held on to McCullough. Fourth team foul. Knights will inbound the ball. McCullough comes out. Singer comes out. Addison Newman in. Tip back out by Addie Newman. Great job getting that ball to Katie Garish. Off the missed shot. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Active hands by Varner. Not able to gather it in. Newman has her shot blocked. 6 seconds in the shot clock.
Yeah, we've seen Newman be super, willing to drive and put that head down and, get to the basket. You'd love to see her jump stop right there and, keep possession and get a better look right there. She gets that, the ball smacked away from Maya Coleman, who, great hands, credit to her, great defensive play right there. Great back and forth. Nan now with 18 right now. She is pushing for that 20 and 20 spot. About 4:50 left in this game. Leading all scorers. Demet with that 19 points, leading all scorers.
Coach Megan Austin calls a timeout. She also puts Kayla Sessoms, who did a great job in the third period of getting to the foul line and doing work to help bring the Squirrels back to a single-digit deficit. That deficit now pushed back to 12 points, kind of back and forth over the last 7 or 8 minutes in terms of scoring, between 9 and 12-point lead for the Knights. Knights not able to expand that lead, but the Fighting Squirrels not able to cut it in lower than 9 points. The Knights will inbound under their own basket. Christensen will trigger the offense. Knights swing this ball, set up a quick shot opportunity with 6 seconds left in the shot clock for Christensen. Just a little too slow. It was a great play set up to get a post as they swung the ball from the near side to the far side. Just about a half second too long in the process.
Yeah, great drawn-up play right there from head coach Shay Zigner, but acting head coach Shay Zigner right now, but unable to get it. Yeah, just needs to be a little bit hasty right there, and Nan grabs that 19th board.
Entry pass into the post as she gets her own rebound, does Garish, and then finds a cutting Christensen. Great pass, easy layup for Christensen. Knight expand their lead to 14 points. 4 minutes left in the game. Fighting Squirrels are going to need to do something right now. And Gathers doing a great job getting inside. That time help came, and she still got the ball up with that left hand.
Yeah, impressive move right there. Looked like she was trying to get that foul, but still just accurate with the ball and gets that one to fall.
Coach Zigner brings Emma Camden to the scorers table to check back in. The double team goes to Garish, and another rebound for 20 for Nan. That one doesn't fall, and the shot from Garish gets blocked, and it'll stay the Knights' ball. They're allowing a lot of physical play underneath.
Yeah, they're definitely letting a little contact go. They're letting them play. It's good to see a little bit of battle between both teams right here late into this game. 12-point lead here.
Camden checks back in. The three-pointer from Christensen. As she puts that ball up, high arcing shot, and she finishes putting the Knights up by 15 points.
Give her 21 points on the night to go with her 19 boards. What a performance from Nan.
And then the steal from Singer. Push up to Garish, left-handed, gets it to fall in transition. 17-point lead for the Knights. Sagili over the top, off of the made basket to Gathers, who drives left-handed, but Christensen there to put the ball into the fans. I mean, what an athletic play from both players. I mean, off of a made basket to transition that quickly was phenomenal, but Christensen was there to save the day for the Knights.
Yeah, that was mean right there from Savannah. What a block. Courtney able to get that rebound.
From Aceta for right, doesn't get that one to fall. A nice play. The seal allowed her with an easy 15-foot jump shot. Can't get it to fall. Swings the ball over to Addie Newman, who doesn't finish. The rebound to Garish with a nice little jumper from 15 feet. That's a tough shot.
And with that play right there between Savannah and Katie, Nan is now at 21 points and 20 rebounds. What a day. Katie also with a double-double. 15 points to her 12 rebounds as Anna Singer's coming in for Courtney McCrolla.
Savannah, as you mentioned, Skylar, with a double-double and 3 assists away from a triple-double. And a number of blocks on the afternoon as well. The nice give and go. Newman with her own rebound.
Well, there was that assist right there from Nan. Drives in and just puts it on a platter, but unfortunately Newman can't get it to roll.
Singer will garner her 4th foul. The team's 3rd, doing a much better job of not fouling in this 4th quarter. 14 fouls for the Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels as Coach Austin calls another timeout. She has 1 left, trying to get her team. This is kind of the do-or-die moment as they are only in a 9-point deficit. Sorry, not 9 point. 67-48 lead which was, I would say, they had a 9-point deficit, and they were really pushing in that third quarter. And then the Knights stopped turning the ball over and have really shut down the drive of Gathers and Sagili, which has allowed them to expand this lead almost 20 points, 19-point lead.
We've seen the defensive adjustment to limit the free throw attempts in the second half. Mary Baldwin able to get to the line 25 times, majority of that in the first half, and of course in that third quarter when they had that little stretch. But the Knights playing great defense right here, not fouling an incredible amount, and but being aggressive. Is great little cut right there off the inbound from
for right, getting open in the key off the inbound play. And Sagili is able to draw the push-off from Emma Camden. Great defense from Sagili, drawing the offensive foul. Good job. Quick feet, plays aggressive. Phenomenal player.
Something the Knights have failed to do against Mary Baldwin in both meetings is take care of that ball. Nearly 20 turnovers for the Knights, so credit that active Mary Baldwin defense forcing those turnovers. Unfortunately for the Knights, a lot of those have been travel calls, but again, great defensive pressure leads to turnovers, and Knights defense causing 13 of their own as well, but great day defensively from both teams.
Anna Singer gets her 5th foul and is disqualified from continued play in the game. Singer comes out with 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Went 2 for 8 on the evening with 1 for 4 3-point shooting. Played some pretty good defense, and she'll sit down as the Knights will inbound. Garish also out. Full court man-to-man press for the Squirrels. They'll look to trap that if the Knights will allow them, but
great active hands on defense leads to the turnover.
And the referee is going to say, that Camden was the last to touch that.
Camden just trying to do a little bit too much and dribble out of that man-to-man pressure full court, and goes behind her back and leaves it a little bit. Great pressure on that play, and the 21st rebound for Savannah Christensen.
The Knights get trapped in the back court, and Maya Coleman is going to get called, though, for that foul. I believe they're going to call Maya Coleman on that foul. No, they're not. No foul. They're going to say the ball goes off of the Knights, and the pressure, again, causing problems for the Knights. Sagili looks up top, gathers with a 3-pointer, front iron. And
impressive rebound right there from Nan through the contact, both fighting over it. Maya Coleman putting up a great fight right there. Unfortunately gets called for the contact, puts Nan at the line.
Yeah, there will be 101 from here on out. Foul shooting for the Knights. Only 52 seconds left. Down by 15 are the Fighting Squirrels. So tough to come back from 15 with just under a minute left to play. But, man, they've put up a fight back and forth. And you got to love the play of the Squirrels, especially Sagili and Gathers. Sagili with 21 points, Gathers with 15. Sagili also has 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Gathers, not a great night shooting to get her 15 points, 5 of 17, 1 for 3 from the 3-point line. So not super efficient, but Gathers clearly, she did what she had to do to try to keep her team in this. She got to the free throw line 9 times. Sagili's got to the free throw line 6 times, and she's 6 for 6. Phenomenal job. This is a great game for the senior. No other Squirrels are in double digits. Furright is the closest with 6 points, but she does have 5 rebounds. The Squirrels have only gathered that one offensive rebound. The Knight with 14, total of 49 rebounds. The Squirrels with 21. The Squirrels come into this evening in terms of rebounds per game. They come in averaging 41 rebounds per game. And they're only at 21. The Knights have done a great job on their defensive end of limiting the second chance opportunities for the Squirrels. And you probably say that is the real key to the game. And you mentioned this at the beginning, Skylight. You know, it was going to be rebounding, and that's clearly been the thing that's allowed the Knights to expand to a 15-point lead.
Yeah, the Knights do an incredible job sharing the ball. They take care of it pretty well. Unfortunately, that 21 turnover mark is not super great in terms of averages, as DeMett throws down another three-pointer. But 23 assists on the day. They share the ball incredibly well. They make good passes that lead to good shots, and that leads to good things. And the Knights do an incredible job moving the ball around and continue to move forward into conference play here. And foul called on Maya Coleman.
Yeah, she goes through the body of Addie Newman, and Newman will go to the line for foul shots. This will be the 7th foul shot for the Knights. Still in the 1-and-1. Oh, I take it back. This will be 2 foul shots.
The Knights only letting up 1 offensive rebound on the day is such a significant stat. If you're a Knights fan going forward, need to continue to limit those second chance opportunities. It's such a huge thing. As the Knights being instructed from acting head coach Shay Ziegner to not foul here, play good defense and not foul is the
right. Please don't foul. We don't need another one. And of course, Christensen will get the rebound on the looks like will be the final shot of the evening. So to close that out, I think we need to really highlight, as you've been doing, Skylar, the play of Savannah Christensen. 9 for 14 on the evening, 3 for 5 from the three-point arc, 2 for 2 on foul shooting will give her 23 points. But she has 24 rebounds, 1 more rebound than she has points, 7 assists, and just a phenomenal night for her. The Knights overall were able to shoot 43% while holding the Fighting Squirrels to 31%. And the Squirrels only 28% from the three-point arc, 4 of 14 shooting. The Knights 6 of 20 from three-point land. The Knights with a phenomenal job of foul shooting percentage-wise, but only got to the line 8 times. Did make 7 of those. So this evening, the Squirrels put up a fight, as their name would indicate. They did a great job. You got to love the work of Megan Austin, first-year head coach. You feel like these Squirrels are in good hands. They're going to be a force in the USA South for a long time to come, especially with Austin at the head.
Yeah, absolutely. They're heading in the right direction. And just on subject, Savannah Christensen with an all-conference, all-American type night, putting up unworldly numbers. And to go along with her 23 points and 24 rebounds, she also handily put in 7 assists and led her team with 7 assists on the day. Katie also with 15 points and 12 rebounds, playing right at her average. But it was great to see a full team performance. Emma Camden able to sit right at her average with 11 points and 4 assists. And then scoring off the bench with Taylor and Addison. It was a great performance for the Knights, but you mentioned it. The Squirrels stuck with them for the majority of that game, and the Knights able to get it done in that second half. And, looking forward to the rest of the season. Looking forward to some more home events in the barn this week. And
so tomorrow you can catch us doing the broadcast for the men's wrestling team. That starts at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Come join us. They're in for a really tough evening going up against Averett. And the Knights will, Coach Logan Davis has done a great job putting together a solid squad. But that's going to be a big task for them. It'll be a lot of fun to watch, and join us for that broadcast. In terms of the women and our next opportunity for a home game for them, that'll come on the 26th of January against Salem at 6 p.m. For the Skylar and myself, this has been Night Broadcasting. We are really glad you were able to join us here in Buena Vista, Virginia, and hope everybody is safe, and God bless.
And go Knights!